Hi Paul, thanks a lot for having me. My name's Guy. I'm founder and chairman of Lavanda, and I'm also now chairman of the Professional Host Alliance. So the Professional Host Alliance is a global initiative to bring together property managers and short-term rental operators from around the world to accelerate the professionalisation of this industry and essentially build trust through delivering better experiences to guests and hosts, critically. At the end of the day, professional property managers are the people on the ground. They're the ones who are actually meeting and greeting guests. They're also the people who are bringing properties on board into our ecosystem. And there is a significant toolkit that is missing to enable them to up their game and to raise the level of quality in this industry. And at the end of the day, we saw an opportunity to step in and accelerate the move towards building a short-term rental industry that delivers real social and economic impact, and do that through accelerating the professionalisation of this specific professional segment. So yeah, we're very, very excited about what we're doing. We're very, very excited by the enthusiasm our members are bringing to it, and we see huge opportunities ahead. So we've been working with Professional Host Alliance for a number of months, and doing so in response to a couple of things that we see happening in the market. So interestingly, the major platforms, so the booking platforms, are all pursuing different and unconnected initiatives to try and engage the professional host community, which on the one hand is super helpful because they're committed to building better tools. On the other hand, the reality on the ground is it makes the lives of professional hosts exponentially harder because they're dealing with 3 or 4 or 5 separate unconnected toolkits, and there is no means currently of joining the dots between these various initiatives. So on the one hand, it's great that the energy is there, but on the other hand, it is completely misdirected. And so what we see is the opportunity to step in and actually provide a from the ground up insight to help develop a more effective toolkit that actually is shaped by the needs of its users rather than pushed by the platforms, and that's something that we see as a really important. That is probably the major thing that will drive this industry forward. The second thing is that we think that professional hosts at a global level need better representation. They're an incredibly fragmented marketplace. They vary in size from 2, 3, 4, 5 properties under management to thousands and everything in between. And it's very hard for people to connect meaningfully with that community and do so in a productive way. I'm talking about in terms of collaborating with them. And we want to become that conduit, essentially, to enable people to work more productively with professional hosts and voice their needs for the first time, rather than wait reactively for people to give them stuff, because that is the nature of how this market has evolved. They are not necessarily in and of themselves the most technology-enabled community, and we think that actually, as their needs these days are very much focused around the technology tools that they don't have. And so we want to step in and help accelerate the development and delivery of that toolkit. We see a number of opportunities to help accelerate trust in the alternative accommodation sector. I think there is a need for a number of measures, all of which require a degree of input from the professional host community, so that the platforms who we will need to collaborate with to make this stuff happen have real knowledgeable insight into their product development, which we see as something that is in parts lacking at the moment. There is a lack of understanding of the actual requirements of the operator on the ground and the fundamental economics underpinning their business models. But our kind of effort will take a number of different forms. So one is we will ourselves look to develop technology that is insight-based, and we will develop tools for our membership that they can benefit from and use those tools. Those tools will all have the same focus of driving up the quality of guest and host experiences, improving the economics of property managers, and increasing the efficiency of their operations. These are the real-world problems that property managers are actually facing in the field. And our commitment is to deliver very quick and immediate value to our membership. Okay, this is not a talking shop. This is about really committing to value creation. The other thing we'll provide, aside from technology and innovation, is training. So we're looking to actually share best practice and deliver training courses that teach property managers how to up their game and increase the level of consistency across their business, potentially also across their geographical footprint as well. So there's a combination of technology, training, and then sundry tools, which are not necessarily technology-based, but which are helpful to help either property managers themselves or indeed other stakeholders in this ecosystem better understand their needs and their requirements and the economics underpinning the business, because that's at the core of getting this right and making it sustainable. Okay, so to join our alliance, well, first of all, we welcome you. It's very specifically for property managers and by property managers. So we are looking for a short-term rental operator in its broadest sense. So if you are a vacation rental operator, if you're an Airbnb management company, if you are a service department operator, if you run boutique hotels, you are categorically a hospitality provider, and therefore you are welcome into our network. We welcome you to apply for membership. You do so by going to professionalhostalliance.com, and there is a form on that website for members to apply, and join our growing community. We can guarantee you'll benefit from it very quickly.